Howdy, everyone. Welcome back to stream. God, hope that's not too loud. Hold on. Turn that down just a little bit. There we go. Hopefully that's not too loud for everybody. That was a little loud for me at first. Anyways, hi. So we're doing Mellow Monday again. I kind of talked it over with Pyre a little bit about Outbound, and like, while Outbound was kind of nice and chill, it would literally make me fall asleep while I was playing it. Rain, hi! Welcome to stream. Don't forget to redeem your daily cookie. But anyways, while you win? You won? What did you win? You won a 3-stream streak. Oh my god, Rain, you're streaking chat. Oh my god! Joking. But anyways, my wife and I were talking about, we were playing Outbound for a while on streams for Mondays. And, yeah, just quite frankly, like, the game's nice. It's just kind of, I don't know, it would make me fall asleep while I was playing it. So, we might go back to it, maybe, at some point, but we'll see. Jimmy, hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you for redeeming your daily cookie. Oreo cookies today, too. Thank you for the hydrate. I actually have some green tea right here, so I've got some green tea. It's hydrating with something. McBenzie, thank you for redeeming your daily cookies. Your daily cookie. Wow, Rain, you need to streak and chat more often. More people are coming in. Hi. But anyways, yeah, Outbound was just getting a little too boring. There's just no challenge to the game. It's literally you just go through and you do puzzles and stuff, and there's really not much to it. So, yeah, we might find another game to play together, but for now, we're gonna go back to West of Loathing, because I know specifically Benzie loves this game and loves the series in general, and I want to go back to Dirtwater. Cool, dynamite. The reason we're going back to Dirtwater, this game technically has like an open-end ending, so you can like, if you missed anything, you can go back, you can like fill in, do a whole bunch of extra stuff, blah, 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 blah. I'm not doing all that extra stuff. I want you guys to be able to enjoy and play the game on your own. However, there's DLC for it. The DLC I'm totally willing to finish, because the DLC is hilarious. You hop in the ghostly carriage, which seems to support your and Gary's weight well enough. An invisible driver yells, "Yeah!" and cracks an invisible whip, and an invisible horse snorts. The carriage starts moving, and soon you're out of sight of Dirtwater. I was going to say, by the way, speaking of the Oreo cookie, my wife actually went to the Japanese store earlier today, or Asian market, I should say. Reckoning Gun Manor. And actually got us strawberry Oreos today. A thick gray fog envelops the carriage, and you lose all sense of time and space. Eventually the fog clears, and the carriage parks near a very large and ornate mansion. A disembodied voice calls out, "All out for Gun Manor, last stop." Gumi, thank you so much for subscribing 15 months in a row. Good God, I can't believe I've been streaming that long. Goodness gracious me, oh my. Hi! On all the dancing dinos. For those of you who haven't seen Gumi, everybody in this channel has seen Gumi. What am I talking about? She just recently hit 800 followers, and her praises should be sung according to her, 'cause we're in sing mode. Speaking of sing mode, Gumi loves her jokes sung. So let me tell you something funny. My wife and I recently went to a county fair. She passed out on the merry-go-round. But that's okay. She came around. And Gumi apparently loves the boobas. Who doesn't? It's your partner. Wow, this is the biggest house I've seen. No, but old granddad is seen. Oh yeah, that giant cactus. I guess that qualifies as a very large house. This one is no spines having. How is an animal's not eating it? If you know an animal that can eat bricks, I don't want to know about it. Okay, then not telling you. Past here is just nothing. Where is this place? Gumi is correct. Boobas are amazing. It's a lady carrying some weird equipment. Excuse me, do you work here? Who, me? No. Nuts, I can't find any employees in the gift shop either. I haven't even started this job yet, and already it's a pain in my neck. What's wrong? I can't get inside. Mrs. Gunn hired me to come out here and deal with a bunch of spooks that are haunting up the place. I can't do that if I can't even get in the front door, though. I think that's enough singing for now. Who's Mrs. Gunn? You never heard of Terry Gunn? Should I have? Well, I would think so. She's a pretty famous inventor. You got her best known invention hanging right there on your belt. She invented belt buckles? Wow! Guns. She invented guns. Oh. Spooks? Like ghosts? Exactly like that, yep. 13 of them, according to my instruments. Florence Cunningham, Ghost Annihilation Services. That's me. Interesting. What do you annihilate them with? Science! I was gonna guess that kind of weird rifle-like contraption you're carrying. Yeah, it shoots science! What's wrong with the front door? Front door? Well, it's, locked? No, not locked. No. So what's the problem? Okay, see, I'm a ghost hunter. I ain't a spider hunter. I'm sorry, Gumi. I don't hunt spiders at all. There's a huge, gross, hairy, fanged, drooling giant spider in the foyer. So until I either find another way in or find someone else to take care of the spider hunting side of this biz, I'm staying right the frig out of here, okay? I can see you feel pretty strong about this. I do! Well, maybe I can help you. Hey, that'd be swell. You know, you look reasonably tough and or wily. Why don't we team up? I'll handle the ghosts and you can handle the things that aren't ghosts. If Gumi can't handle stick figure spiders, she may be beyond help. I mean, technically, lots of spiders are stick figures in a way. Technically, it's just roundishness and a bunch of little sticks. Okay, let's go. Okay, Florence, let's go. Roger, copy. It's Callista, actually. Okay. Alright. Carriage house door is locked. Oh, wait. Is this door locked? Oh! The visitor center is bereft of employees. Where the heck is everyone? Oh. You're not a thief, so you're going to pay, wait until there's somebody you can pay before you get any of this candy. Oh. Uncharacteristically, the IRS has actually added 50% to this sign. Lol. Photo counter is unattended, and you don't know how to use this kind of camera. Fortunately, there's nobody here to sell you a snack right now. Gumi, there's no snacks! It's an odd desk, but the only info you know about it right now is that there's nobody staffing it. There's an old frame photograph of Mrs. Gunn on the wall with a little explanatory plaque underneath it. Take a closer look. The photograph is of a young Mrs. Gunn smiling as she accepts a fancy trophy from a man in a suit. The frowning man wearing a lab coat is standing behind her. The plaque reads, Terry Gunn, an assistant, accepted in 1869 Why Didn't We Think of That award for excellence in inventing from the National Academy of Profitable Sciences. The sign on his machine says genuine gun manner souvenir tokens. Make your wishes come true. Just 350 meat. Ha! Negotiate a better deal with Dickerin. In a staggering display of business acumen, you convince the machine to give you a discount. You got an item. Gun matter souvenir token. Alright, well, we'll just take one. Probably don't need to be greedy. You know what this machine does, but you do know you don't know how to operate it. There's nobody here to validate you, parking, or otherwise. The crank is missing from this record player. Okay, that's probably why there's no sound in here. God, I love the silly walks. Let's leave a 1-star review. Carrier tester was locked. Let's pick the lock. Hello? Ooh. Wait, what? Pair of old hedge clippers. Okay. Maybe there's something useful in this cabinet. Open it and see. Nearly empty herbicide can. And let's see. Handful of nails. So I left a book on the seat of this one. Advanced cow punching. Drag. Hello. Advanced cow punching. We read it. You've already learned all the techniques in this book, but you do pick up a few tips and tricks from pouring over the appendices. The footnotes about cow appendices. You gain 150 experiences. Then you work out a little bit by tearing the book in half. Grrr. Ooh, they have their own custom stagecoaches. There's something on the floor of this coach. It's a courtesy hammer for the coach's passengers. You got a hammer. Some nice coaches. I can build things. Ooh. Various boring tools like drills and awls. Tools for boring. It's just a lathe. It's not worth getting into a lather over. I've actually used a lathe. Listen, snacks though. Given some of your questionable choices, yeah. There's a guy slouching around in here, smoking a cigarette. Hiya! Hey, sup? Do you work here? Are you a parking attendant or something? Yeah, I guess I validate people's parking and that. Can you... I'm on break. Oh. Well, really, everyone's on break, kinda. What do you mean? A whole bunch of ghosts showed up in a ghost carriages all of a sudden. Everyone's either hiding out or kidnapped. I got here in a ghost carriage. Oh man, did I die somewhere and not notice? Am I a ghost? The guy jabs your forehead with one finger. Ow! Nope. Convince him to go back to work with 40 moxie. Am I even remotely close? Not really, but hold on. Let's see. Can we get some decent moxie out of this? Let's see. No, not there, not there, not there. Physicality, spell damage. Ooh, gold tooth tiara. Okay, that's 7 moxie. It's stupid looking as hell, but it's fine. That's probably going to be the highest moxie we've got, I'm sure. Yeah, it's the highest we got. Okay. Lapel embellishments. We got the brooch from the El Vibrato. Holloway's pin, chest of metals. Ooh. Chest of metal was really good. Rancher's pistol's decent. Wait, Rancher's pistol was how much? 5. And the befouled one was actually 6. That's surprising, actually. Tara! How dare you bring 6-7 into this, my house! No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't care. I don't even know what it means. Let's see. You got a hammer, hedge clippers, sweet sword. Oh, sweet sword actually has one. Our moxie's 45 now. God, we can just do it. Literally nothing. There's no meaning to it. I'm doing okay. Busy again tomorrow. So I doubt I'd stream now. Boo. Oh, poor Tara. I'm sorry. Alright, convince him to go back to work. Okay, well, you should probably go back to work now. Yeah, why is that? Because I'm going to rescue all the other employees, and if they come back and catch you slacking off, they'll be ticked. Oh, jeez. Okay, fine. Just let me finish the smoke before you go getting all heroic. Alright. Now I gotta go fix all that crap. Wrong one. Inventory. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, got some more muscle. What weapon was I using? Actually, first this. Wait a minute. What does that brooch do? Oh, okay. 11 armor. Intimidating gun, I think, was the one I was using. 10 to 13 and 5 muscle. I don't really use guns that often, so that's totally fine. It's the weapons that matters the most. 13 to 17. 13 to 17. Well, actually, if we're gonna... Well, we're not really gonna be fighting ghosts per se, quote unquote. Cactus Club? Ooh. 17 to 20 for the hedge clippers. Actually, that might even be... That might be really good for me, actually. Oh, that's right. Blex Caliber. Never mind. And we didn't change anything else. Thank you, Gumi, for doing the shoutouts. I appreciate it. I don't know really that I'm supposed to hammer these right away, but, you know. Boo! That was it, right? Yeah, that was it. Alright, let's go kill a spider. You know, I'm walking kind of like a weird one. Try the handle of the front door. It doesn't seem locked, but some kind of force is holding it shut. Yeah, some ghosts play tricks on me because they know you ain't packing science. Stand back. I got this. Florence unlimbers her weird rifle and fires a short burst of swirling light at the doorknob. You're an eek somewhere from inside and the door swings open. Ha! Works every time. Hi, Gumi, and shouty, thanks. Nice. Oh, look at the little spider. What's up, Doc? There it is! Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it! It sounds exactly like Gumi. Okay, dang, just try to be a tiny bit cool about it, will you? Kill it! Reminds me exactly of Gumi. Oh, God. The old 1, 2, 3. Jesus. I might be a little over-leveled for this. See, that one's so bad. Easy for you to say. She shudders again. You gain 60 experience. Okay. Don't know what that has to do anything with anything. The radiator is as cold as a radiator is when the boiler isn't working. It's a plaque. Read it. The house of Miss Terry Gunn. Teresa Terry Gunn, born 1847, built a stately, if architecturally unusual, manor house in the late 70s, completed in 1877, using the proceeds for a famous invention, the gun. After her retirement in 1891, she graciously opened many of the rooms to the public as a museum and historical center. Into Weston. Birds as cold as a federal grant administrator's heart in here. I wonder what's causing that. You don't think it's, all that ice? Nah, you got it backwards. The ice couldn't be here if it wasn't cold to begin with. That's science. Maybe the house's heat got shut off somehow. We better see if there's a furnace or boiler or something. Probably be in the basement. Alright, let's have a look around. Actually, let's head back. Well drawn! Thank you so much for subscribing. Much appreciated. It's a newfangled electric intercom system. Use the intercom. The intercom is making an annoying humming and crackling noise. Press the talkie button. Hello? Ah, ghost just said hell at me. Spooky. I'm pretty sure that's not a ghost. The intercom's just busted. Hello? Hello? Who is it? Mrs. Gunn? No, Mrs. Aw, man, that would have been a pretty good joke if the intercom wasn't broken. Would it? Mrs. Gunn, did you know that your intercom's broken? You'll have he got my intercom is broken. Are we just gonna do all these old vaudeville gags all day? What do you mean old? It's 1895. Vaudeville is at its peak. Sigh. All right. Nah! I didn't actually mean to go in there. I wanted to... This painting is only kind of good. It's one of those round fruits. Radiator's cold. Florence, talk to her. Hello? What's the buzz, Florence? She raises her eyebrow at you and glances at one of her weird instruments. According to my weird instruments, there are 13 ghosts left on the premises. More precisely, there are 4 left on the first floor, 4 left on the second, and 5 on the third. Thanks. So Cold Bean, how is it? I don't know, but that huge wall of ice is certainly unusual. Why, here it is. Well, that's a good question. Alright, going down. Door is barred. You remove the bar from the door and hurl it out a nearby window. What's she freaking out about? Oh, more spiders. What's the buzz, Florence? Oh, holy jeez, look at all the spiders. Yeah, there's kind of a surprising number of them, huh? Listen, I'm gonna just stand over here and hyperventilate a little. You go on ahead, and if you need anything, feel free to come back over here and tell me about it. Fine, fine. Wow, looking. A big cave with square it has been. I know you've seen a basement before, Gary. I met you in one. Haha, yes, Gary is goofing. Still very big it has been. That is certainly true. Just a bunch of old cleaning supplies. What's this? Box of old photos. They're all photos of boring looking people you don't recognize. Big old can of paint with a brush still sitting on top of it. Paint stepped out of the wall. Ah! Ugh, what horrors lurking inside this thing. Tear it open and find out. It's bones. Well, bones and pants. Double silk pantaloons. Ooh, what is that? Moxie and cold resistance. I'm fine. These spiders aren't going to let you pass without a fight. Leap in. Oh. Oh. Oh my. No, do not surrender. Stomp. Uh-oh. Wow. Huh. I am a little shocked by that. Do it again. Okay. Huh. Oh, you know what I just realized I'm missing? Hold on. First of all, increase my dickering. And menacing move. Might as well. But I just realized I don't think. Alright. Oh, never mind. Where's my liver stuff? Let's see. That's Moxie, spell damage, speed, maximum HP. Oh, there we go. That's nice at least. Huh. Give myself a little armor. Cows I ring is 11. Monster Hunter Wilds is an accessibility feature for arachnophobia. Yeah, there's a couple of games that do it. In fact, what was the game that we played? By the way, we have an ad starting in a minute. Grounded has arachnophobia mode in it too, which scared Gumi almost as much as just having the damn spider in the game. Let's see here. I hope I don't have to like go out and go level up and stuff right now. Small plush bear. 4 melee attack. Let's see. Moxie. No, definitely not that. It might have an arachnophobia setting. I don't know. Um... Oh, Shadows over Loathing? Okay. Okay. Might have changed things. Poor Gary. Alright. Despite how many eyes they have, those spiders never saw you coming. I don't know, they watched me run into them twice like a brick wall. You gain 180 EXP. You got an item. Fermented spider blood and miscellaneous spider parts. Oh. Hello. The good news is there's only one spider. The bad news is it's huge. 10 is high despite the size. Oh god, and it makes more. Well, it's dead now. Oh, you little jerk. You turn the giant spider into a giant mess. Now it's time to collect the useful parts of the mess. 180 XP, spider egg omelet, and miscellaneous spider parts. Let's see. God, I gotta keep up with the chat. Jesus, guys. Hi, hi. My goodness. Wow, there's so many of you tonight. Hi, everyone. Hi. Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell my wife that I was streaming. Hold up. Give me 1 second here. My wife fell asleep and was taking a nap. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I went to go reverse the chat and like go back up, and all I see is he's giving head in the back rooms. I'm frightened. Yeah, I had the body blob, because especially if there's different size spiders, I can't tell which one's which. That's true. Correction, an Arby's. Back of an Arby's. Shadows over Loathing and a couple other spider-related settings I forgot about. I won't say any more for now. I appreciate that, because we will be playing it at some point. This buy save is really working overtime with all the spiders. Ew, you get spider pie. I've forgotten about the DLC, so I don't remember any of this stuff. Nope. Okay, this is just ridiculous. Dive right on in. Oh. I'm gonna try and attack. Why wouldn't they attack? I know at this point, like, if I die one more time, I'm going to, I'm gonna lose my bonuses. Let's try this. Okay, first aid. I have one action point. This won't end your turn. The small ones sure pack a punch. Yeah, they do. Do I have anything else that really heals? I like the music. Hello, Pyre. Did you enjoy your nap? Oh, I wasn't healing myself. Okay, let's see if maybe that's enough. Wow. Oh. Huh, that's interesting. How did I get so many levels of angry? I thought after so long... I thought after 3 it knocked you out entirely. Okay. Wow, the bullets won't even do anything to them, huh? Okay, so now I'm not poisoned. That might be enough. There we go. 240 spider egg omelet and spider parts. Oh geez, somebody's trapped in this cocoon. It's a mannequin? Boy, the spider must have been super disappointed. Why was it moving? Yeah, it was moving, wasn't it? God, there's more of them? No. Yes. Okay. Huh. More omelets, more spider parts. This hole contains approximately an infinite number of spiders. Pull some out and fight them. Fuck no. Someone's been cocooned by the spiders. Horrifying. Hey, are you okay in there? What? What? I can't understand you. Hang on, I'll poke you out a mouth hole. There, you were saying? Hi, hello, salutations. Hey, you okay? I've been better. What happened? I was practicing my greetings. I'm the museum greeter. Is that something that requires a lot of practice? Practice makes perfect, right? And there's an old mannequin down here that's pretty good for practicing on. We've met. Anyway, a bunch of giant spiders grabbed me from behind. It was quite a surprise. I would imagine so. I should probably get on back to work. It wouldn't be right to allow visitors to go ungreeted. Can you let me out of this cocoon? Sure. You cut open the sticky cocoon, freeing the trapped museum greeter. Did you get fermented spider blood yet? I believe I did. Yes. The path to the stairs is clear, so you shouldn't have any trouble getting out. Great! Stop by the entrance later, and I'll give you the official museum greeting. A job well done. Ah, hello. Boiler's cold, and the indicator for the coal tank is pointing to E. There's a little spigot here, but since the boiler isn't on, it won't do much of anything. Okay. I can't turn anything on. Benzie, thank you so much for the hydrate. Yes. What's cracking, Florence? She raises an eyebrow at you and glances at one of her weird instruments. Oh, that's right. She just tells you now. She doesn't talk to you about a whole lot except for a few points, I think. Alright. It seems like you need this... What? Seems like you need this machine... Bleh. It seems to you like this machine is designed to suck up coal and send it through the wall. But then again, you're no expert in matters of coal. Or sucking. It's a coal chute. Shoot on up it. You holler for Florence and she comes over to you. Whoa, Nelly, hold on a second. That's a ghost. Those things are dangerous. I wasn't expecting to see any of these here. What? You're a ghost hunter and you're here specifically to hunt ghosts. No. That's just ghosts. This is a ghost, a greater haunt originating from spectral transmissions. Totally different from a ghost. Except for the name, you mean? Anyway, those things can be pretty tough. Heck, I knew I should have brought a bismuth bomb. A what? Bismuth. It's sort of a silvery metal that screws with spectral energy the way iron does with magnetic energy. So where do we get a bismuth bomb? Bismuth. Normally I just make them myself in my lab. Well, so much for that idea then. Just fight the thing or come back later. Come back later, I think. I do recall there being something special about, like, making sure you do things right with the ghosts. Howdy. Sup? Howdy. Nice to see you. How you doing? What's up? What's up? Hello. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Goodbye and whoops. Guess this does make some practice after all. How you doing? How's it hanging? What's up? Nice to see you. How's it going? Hello? Hey. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Welcome. What's up? Welcome. How's it going? What's shaking? How's it hanging? How's it going? Hi. Howdy. What's up? Over and over and over and over and over and over. Okay, that's enough. Okay, the pie is safe. Oh. Fermented spider blood. This is a glob of spider blood. The reason you can carry it around is that the outermost layer of it is clotted slightly, forming a slightly kind of a rubbery skin you can use to carry it around the rest of it. Increases your maximum HP by 25 and your spooky resistance by 20% for the rest of the day. Blech. I wish I could use it, except for my stomach, my liver, and my spleen are all full. Maybe we'll use it later. What's this? A Plotco lock. Lucky for us, I have a key for every model they make. Florence fumbles a giant key ring out of her pocket and finds the one that unlocks the door for you. Head on in. Oh, hey, a lab! Check it out. Florence starts excitedly poking around the workbenches and shelves. They must have been doing some really good science down here. I don't even recognize half the stuff. Okay, well, don't accidentally blow us up or anything. Psh, relax! I have an advanced degree in tinkering and fiddling. Uh-huh. You assume these 3 boxes all contain the same thing, but you don't know what it is. Good question. This workbench is littered with scrap metal and little canisters labeled bismuth. Do not eat. Hey, Florence, can you make a quick bisquick bomb out of this stuff? Bismuth! Come on, woman. It says right on the containers. Fine. Can you make it, though? Hell yeah, I can. Stand back and watch a master at work. Florence goes to town with a hammer and pliers and comes back with a metal sphere. There's a grinning skull painted on it and big red button on the side. Well, that's properly intimidating, at least. And it ain't just a pretty face. Bismuth bomb. Groovy. There's a chart with all 76 elements on, including arsenic, potassium, and cerium. And they even left room for the ones that haven't been discovered yet, like trinium, yellorium, and chlorgon. It's a workbench with a device on it. This device clearly has a purpose, but you can't fathom what it is. Maybe the blueprint to the wall over there could help you? Oh no. I don't know that I can get my mysticality that high. Well, it says current actually is 34, so maybe I can. Let's try. Spittoon hat. 6 mysticality. Well, that's 8 mysticality. Yeah, I think the highest one we're going to get is this one. Well, we only need one more item. Let's see. Silicone ring, right there. Aha! It's a device for reducing the loudness of gunfire. A silencer, if you will. You look over the tools on the bench. You could definitely make a silencer here. First thing you'll need is a 1.2337 diameter cylinder. Maybe a tin can could work. You also need some stuffing to pad out the inside of the can. It's going to be tricky to find. Alright, maybe later. It's a bench cover with gunsmithing tools and supplies. Mess with them. You don't really know how much about gunsmithing, so you just kind of randomly cram pieces together until you have something gun-shaped. The worst gun. Lol. It's absolutely terrible. Hilarious, but terrible. We got here. Got her full of first aid supplies. Heck yeah. Box of science stuff. Box of science doohickeys. Let's see. How's Trick Slow? She raises an eyebrow at you and glances at one of her weird instruments. I found something for you. Found some scientific looking stuff you might be interested in. Ooh, I love sciencey junk. Thanks. Wow, a swannon-coated diode. Neat. Florence attaches the science doohickeys you gave her to her weird backpack. Her gun damage has been increased. New skill, enlightenment field. Neat. Neat, neat, neat. But she won't help me against spiders, I don't think, still. Okay, don't worry about the photos. I don't know that I want to kill the ghost down here. Well, no, she said it was a different kind of ghost. So maybe this ghost is okay to kill. Florence opens up the bismuth bomb and gives you an excited look. Great, better cover your ears and eyes, and, well, just cover your entire head. Let her rip! Yeah, 13 ghosts left. Okay, that's perfect. This isn't just a trickle of coal, it's a whole huge pile. Push the cart. You could disappoint so many kids on Crimbo morning with this amount of coal. This coal is funkier than coal from Mecca and not as funky as coal from Medina. Okay. The boiler's off, but the coal tank is full. All you need to do now is press the ignition button. The boiler clatters to life as the tank full of coal begins to burn. There's a little spigot here. Turn it on. Pour a little of the boiling water onto the dirt floor, making hot mud. I'm assuming later there's a reason for that. I don't remember. Let's go up the chute. Ah, this takes us outside. The remains of a coal delivery man. His bones are charred as though he were burned in some kind of coal man stove. Coal man stove, really? Really? Benzie's probably laughing his ass off at that joke. Search the bones. Gunman or carriage house key? You mean the one I picked the lock for? Smells like gold, but it's empty. It's a huge mound of food in various stages of decay. Maybe someone's trying to start a compost heap? That would be the charitable explanation anyways. Investigate. You dig through the trash and find a single item of Dawn trash. A jumbo shrimp fork. Is that a weapon? Great Scott, it is. Oh, 17 to 20. Extra damage against cows and other demonic creatures, and +9 Moxie. And Excalibur is not as much damage. It's still got more muscle on it. But yeah, that's kind of okay. I mean, we still have 75 muscle. So we're okay. It's more damage. Oh, I remember this. This is the garden. Okay, we want to do the garden later. The garden's okay. Climb back down the coal chute. Let's go back into the house. Boo. That's right. Nothing in there for me right now. Aha! Turning on the boiler solved our ice problem. My scientific hypothesis has been proven correct. But we don't have direct evidence connecting the ice to the... Don't you try and pull a post hoc ergo propter hoc on me. I'll shoot you with my science rifle. In that case, I totally agree with you. Let's hunt us some ghosts. The radiators are burbling merrily and producing plenty of heat now. Let's just check something really quick. Use the intercom. Yeah, it's still fizzling. Okay. There is a lot to this DLC, by the way. We will not be finishing this in one night. Let's see. There's a cellar. Well, the parlor's open. Let's look at the parlor first. Rat and sit. Huh, we're so sure have strange taste in art. It's a sofa with some nice throw pillows on it. It's a tea cart laden with tea things. Take them. One moment. Take them. You liberate the tea service from its cart. Turn off the lamp. Turn off the lamp. We're wasting electricity. Whoops. Nothing really in there. The kitchen? Well, there's a ghost. Okay. This is a well-stocked spice rack, but all the spices are really boring. Leave him alone. We need at least 40. There we go, 45. We're actually pretty well average on a lot of skills right now, so we should be okay. Let's actually look really quick at our character. We're a little short on Moxie. We're almost to having 40 Moxie, so that's okay. It's fine. Interpret his disjointed ravings. Hang on a second. You tried to poach an egg by shooting it? For daggum, yes, that's what I did. Heck, of course I did. That's how you poach an egg. Happy didn't raise no fool. But daggum, flesh a digger, or a whole egg, a whole roll out of the way of the bullet. Ricocheted off the bottom of the cookpot, got me right between the peepers for daggum. That's not how you poach an egg. What are you talking about in your head like that? Of course it is. No, it isn't. Daggum, girl, me and my pappy and this pappy been poachers all our lives, and I know more about poaching than you ever will. Okay, but that's not the same kind of poaching. What's all this daggum sass mush talking girls poachers poaching? I'm going to prove you so wrong as soon as I figure out how. Actually, I know exactly how. Oh, I can't get past him until I do it. Yeah, I'm going to prove him wrong. Somebody left the ice room door open. That explains the ice. Close it. Go inside with cold resistance. Who are you? Hi, excuse me? You seem to be trapped in a block of ice. That was just what I wanted to talk to you about, actually. Can you get me out of here somehow, besides the whole frostbite thing? I'm supposed to be running the elevator, and there aren't any proper stairs in this crazy place, so that's kind of important. Let me think. How about a whole lot of fire, kerosene, and a match? What do you guys think? Should we light her up? Oh, heck, let's just light her up. I can get you out with a whole lot of fire. What? Oh, hey, no, stop, stop, stop. Better close your eyes. Well, the elevator operator is freed from a block of ice and also from her eyebrows and a fair amount of her hair. Thanks, I guess. I'm going to go see if I can find some burn cream before I get back to my elevator. Job medium well done. Ooh, frozen goods, frozen stuff, frozen stuff, frozen stuff. All the frozens. Okay. Dining room. A big rack of expensive looking plates. Look more closely. Boo! It says boo! Horrifying. Okay, we're still, yeah, it's just the ghosts. Carts laden with empty dishes. It's a deserted dessert cart. Rate it. Okay, it's not entirely deserted. It's just only deserted of desserts. Just desserts. Small blowtorch. Oh, damn. I wonder if I was supposed to have that to help get her out instead. Posture check. Posture check. How did you know I was shrimping? And a stretch. Okay. That's fair. You're going to run me out of green tea here shortly. And I don't want to open up the Milkies tonight. I take that back. You did just run me out of green tea. Thankfully, it's not caffeinated. Okay, what do we got here? Huh. This ghost is cramming his face with invisible food. Baby's the ghost of an emperor. This ghost is... Leave him alone. Huh. Mommy Milkies? Big Mommy Milkers? No. What it is... hilarious. But what it is they are Milkies. They are a milk and yogurt drink from Korea. It's basically like cream soda. And they're fizzy. And they're delicious. They have a ton of sugar in them, though. But I really like them. Okay, so the silicone ring, that got my mysticality up. Do I have one that's for Moxie? Apparently not. Do I have something else that's got Moxie on it? The gold tooth tiara. There we go. 45, 45, and 64. That's fine. Interesting. Might try to find the next time I hit up the Asian grocery. I'd recommend it. They're really small cans. I can send you a picture of them sometimes, bud. And they're pretty small cans. They're only about 8 ounces. But they're really good. Okay. Okay, cool. That was just a bug. So, correct his manners. Hey, buddy. Hey! Huh? Come on, man. At least use a napkin or stick your pinkies out or something. Oh, Sorry about that. I'm just so hungry. What's going on here? This waiter doesn't know how to make ghost food, so he's just giving me imaginary food and hoping I won't know the difference. I feel kind of bad about dragging him into this mess, so I've been pretending to eat it to humor him. I'm starving. Huh, you need some actual ghost food? Maybe I can help you out. Oh god, yes please. Specifically what I want is a bowl of chili. A bowl of chili without a gun in it. Okay, I'll... What? That's what I'm craving. I guess it's probably because of how I died. How did you die? Well, I was eating some chili and it had a gun in it. Did you choke? What? No, it went off and shot me to death. Why did... Look, all I know is I need a bowl of gunless chili in order to satisfy my hunger and pass it on to the afterlife. Okay, well, I'll see what I can do. Okay, so... Okay. Oh, great, it's you. Welcome to the elevator. At this point, we all we can do is go to the second floor. Why just the second floor? The button for the third floor is missing. If you want to help, maybe you can burn down the entire manor and dig it out of the ashes. I shall stay on this floor for now. I do feel a little bad that I torched her. Okay, he wants what? Okay. Okay, go there. She's so mad. Oh, wait. Go to the first floor. Go outside. Go to the visitor center. I hope that doesn't screw something up later. Welcome to the Gun Manor Visitor Center. Having greeted you, now sounds perfectly silent. Parking validation. Hello again. Oh, hi, it's you. Hey. They let you smoke it here? Well, let's just say they haven't successfully stopped me. Why sneak off to the carriage house to smoke if you can do it in here while you're working? Well, I'll give you a hint. I don't like working. Can you validate my parking? Didn't you say you got here in a ghost carriage? That's right. Those don't actually take up space, so it doesn't get us parked. Oh, never mind then. So silly. Tippity tappity tippity. Whoop. Other way. Hello again, you jerk. Welcome to the elevator. At this point, we can all go to the first floor. I can give you burn cream, maybe. The library. Ooh. A book is a terrible thing to not read. What does this switch do? Flip it and see. Boo! Ah! It's a big dictionary on a pedestal. Could come in handy if someone tells you to look at something up in your funkin' wagnalls. Look something up. You look up poaching in the dictionary. Poach. To slow cook by immersion in water. To shoot an animal belonging to the king. See, you told that ghost in the kitchen there were two meanings. Tear the page out so you can prove it to him. Leave the dictionary. Wait, what? No. You have to actually type something in a box if you want a result. Leave the dictionary. Okay, let's go back downstairs. First floor it is. You don't poach eggs by shooting them. I have proof. Oh yeah? Well, read him and weep, you weird old coot. What in tarnation? Poach, a method of preparing food, especially in eggs, by simmering them in a boiling liquid? Well, I'll be a dadgum. He dissipates into the ether, still muttering to himself. So there! The placard on this stove says chili stove. How very specific. You need a bowl of chili to give to that ghost in the dining room, but the stove seems relevant to that need. Fortunately, ever since your conversation with him, you're not even sure you know what chili is anymore. Maybe you should do some research. Lard. Larder. Lardist. Shelf is full of pots and pans, none of which are interesting to you. Wait, there's a larder and a pantry? Hello? Oh, weird. What you thought was a framed photograph is actually a window. Why does the larder have a window? And why is this ghost standing motionless in front of it as if he were framed in a photograph? Excuse me, hello? The ghost ignores you. Grab him by the shoulders and shake him. Grab the ghost somehow and shake him until he rattles. Please cease this activity at once. Sorry, I got a little carried away. Now that I have your attention, how about telling me who you are? Ah, you do not recognize me? Jean-Francois Lardis? Nope. Zut! I knew simply mimicking the photograph would not be sufficient. Without it, how will anyone know I am the most famous Frenchman ever to visit Godmana? Have a lot of Frenchmen visited? Besides having the distinction of being the most famous Frenchman to visit Godmana, I am also the first Frenchman to visit Godmana, and the last as well. Gosh, how did you die? I was posting for a photograph to commemorate my visit here, and that fool of a photographer fouled up on preparing the gunpowder flash. Fouled up how? He left a bullet in it. Ah, I see. I must have this photograph. Such a face of mine must not languish in obscurity. Alright, I'll let you know if I can find it. Cans of every shape, size, and food you don't like. I got the tin can. Tin caviar. Okay. Pantry. Hello, my friend? Pants in a rack. Rack of pants. Pants, pants, pants. Pants, pants, more pants. Pants, pants, and hey, there's a pair of your size. Grab it. Fancy pantry pants. Nice. Pants, pants, more pants. One rack, many pants. What do you want? This ghost is running around like crazy. Hovering around like crazy. Searching the racks of pants. Or trousers if you prefer, but we say pants here in the Western Territories. He seems too preoccupied to take any notice of you. Shout at him to stop. Hey, buddy! Hey! Hey! What? Jeez, lady, you nearly scared the death out of me. Sorry, I was just wondering what you're doing. Well, I'd have thought it'd be obvious. I'm looking for a pair of pants. But you don't have any legs. Yeah, I know. What do you want pants for? Nostalgia? I see. What kind of pants are you looking for? The kind without legs. Legless pants? Well, I can't wear regular pants, you know. The legs would just flop around and it'll be dumb. You do have a point. How'd you lose your legs anyways? Oh, jeez. It's really embarrassing. I don't mind. Well, see, I didn't have a proper holster for my gun, so I was just carrying it tucked into my belt. Ooh, trigger snagged when you went to draw it, huh? Right. It gets worse, though. I was wearing one of those gun belts with the slots all ready for stick bullets in, you know? Oh, man. Yeah, the chain reaction blew off the entire lower half of me. Wow, so that's how you died? Yes, that is how I died. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for some legless pants for you. Thanks. Oh, God, that's gotta suck. Okay. So we got the can, but I think we needed something else to stuff it with. We can't make the chili yet. She's still angry at me. Hi. This ghostly librarian is glaring at you as if daring you to make a noise. Excuse me, but shh. Oh, sorry, I was just shh. Okay, jeez, is this good? I suppose it will do for now. Now, what was your question? I don't remember anymore. Doesn't matter, I decided to attack you. Can you help me with some library stuff? I was wondering how you died. I was wondering how you died if it's not too personal question. I was caught in the crossfire in a library shootout. Wow, what happened? A pair of ruffians got into a heated argument over the comparative merits of Anton Chekhov versus Heinrich Ibsen, and when they started shooting, I attempted to step in and stop them. I simply won't abide gunfire in my library. It's far too loud. That's your only objection. The noise. That's quite sufficient. I won't tolerate noise of any stripe, and certainly not gunfire. Ibsen versus Chekhov. Huh. What was their point of contention? I don't recall the particulars, so just remember the Chekhov fan shouting, "Remember that gun I showed you in Act 1 before opening fire? The noise was dreadful. I'll see what I can do." Okay. I don't even know what to look for. I know what this is for later. Hi. There's a guy lying here trapped underneath a large book. You okay under there? Shh! Don't talk back there! Sorry. Alright, this guy is still here trapped under this book. Take a closer look. Turns out to be a book about geology. It's bound in stone, and it appears that each chapter is devoted to a different type of stone. And it's printed on slabs of the stone in question. This isn't going to be easy to move. 40 muscle. Move the book. Whew. Thanks. I thought he'd never get up from under there. At least now I know all about the particular type of granite described on that one page. How'd you get trapped like that in the first place? Well, I work at the info desk in the visitor center, so on my breaks, I like to research different kinds of info. You know, just in case anyone asks. I guess you never know when someone might ask you about rocks. This sounds like my wife. Exactly. Oh man, I'm late getting back. Thanks again. Feel free to stop by my counter if you have any questions. Sure thing. Abstract buddies. You don't know what these cans mean, but you know they mean it 12 times. Messy stripe of brightness on a dusk background. You're fond of these fronds. The bottom edge of this frame looks thicker than the other edges. Weird. Painted of a complicated shape. Painted some folks at a cafe back east. Guest rooms. I don't want to go into all the guest rooms yet. Hold on. Okay, library, gallery. This painting is covered by a sheet. Remove it. B. O. Whatever. Bunch of T's and a bunch of different typefaces. This one is more of a avant-garde, I guess. These are the 3 kinds of tattoos that have been invented so far. It's a list of statistics about the gallery. Read it. I don't know why. I have this feeling I might need that. I really don't know why. Fascinating. It's a list of all 45 states, including Nevada, South Carolina, and California. You wonder what we'll get annexed next. Maybe it'll be the South Gunlina territory. Wait a minute. The stats plaque said there were only 3 statues in here. You peer closely at the statues until you find the one that you're pretty sure is just a guy covered in flour. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Look, I'm 95% certain you're a real person, not a statue. What are you up to? I'm a statue. Go away. Okay, now I'm 99% sure. Go away. What's your name? Paul, go away. Hi, Paul. I'm Callista. What are you doing? I'm pretending to be a statue so the ghost won't come in. Go away. You'll blow my cover. I'll see what I can do. Oh, there's a ghost here? What ghost? Oh. Her. I remember her. Objection! What are you objecting to? Your face! Overruled! What's your problem anyway? Bah, it's legal stuff you'd never understand. Well, la-di-da then, jerk. Hold on. No! Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Give me a minute. We're gonna go Tony Stark this. I know where to start. I I need the books on gun law. Oh, wait. She might help me. Can you help me with some library stuff? I'm looking for a book on a specific topic. I'm afraid our card catalog is out being reorganized. Someone sorted all the cards all by call number instead of by a title or author, which makes it quite useless. You'll have to search the text manually. How do I get started? If you can find a book on a similar topic to what you're looking for, its call number will direct you to another book on that topic. Okay, thanks. Okay. Looking for some of that delicious paste? Paste is for book repairs, not eating. Aw, please. No! Shucks. Okay. Okay, and this isn't going to help me, actually. Yeah, we're just gonna just get away from that. You know what? Now that I think about it, there might be a book on gun law somewhere in the house. Restroom. What's inside the medicine cabinet? Old-timey ointment. I guess rich people use a bathroom one toilet at a time, just like the rest of us. 10 experience. Take that, irresponsible wealth. It's a fancy vanity, and it reminds you of your own fancy vanity. Indulge it. You pry the biggest and most visible chunks of wax out of your ears. Sorry if anybody had to listen to that music for too long. That was my alarm. What is this? It's like a normal bathtub, but the faucet is really high and there's a curtain around it. Take the curtain. I got a shower curtain. And I just realized I did something dumb. I haven't taken my pills for that. Give me 1 second, guys. I have another person that I watch for streams, and I really should do what she did. She actually has a meds check on her stream, so that people can actually hit, and it's once per stream, they can hit a thing to remind her and just say, "Hey, have you taken your pills today?" There we go. Okay. We've been in the restroom. Guest rooms. Alright. Oh. 12 ghosts left on the premises. We already took care of the one guy in the kitchen, which was cool. Talk to her later. Hello, you. Hello, dear. Welcome to my little B&B. Would you care for a room? No thanks, I won't be staying that long. Hopefully. Wait a minute. Yes? What's B&B stand for? Boo and breakfast. Ah, yeah, that's what I was expecting. Why do you say your B&B? This isn't your house. Oh, I know, dear, but nobody was using these guest rooms, and there were ghosts hovering around with nowhere to be, and I got to feeling homesick for the little B&B I used to run when I was alive, so I thought Mrs. Gunn probably wouldn't mind. Oh. I see. Fair enough. What happened to your eye? Oh, it was such a foolish accident. I had a guest I was suspicious of, a nervous, twitchy little man. I thought he might be mixed up in something bad, and one evening, as I was passing by his room, I gave in to temptation and peeped in on him through the keyhole. Did you see anything? Well, for a moment, he was cleaning a small pistol, and I suppose I must have made a noise, because he suddenly jumped and the gun went off. And it hit you? That's right, straight through the keyhole. That's how I died, in fact. Jeez, I'm sorry. Thank you, dear, but it's all right. Serves me right for spying on a guest, is how I look at it. Is that what's keeping you here? Guilt? No, I think I paid quite sufficiently for that transgression. Thank you for the hydrate. What then? Well, I don't want to go to heaven missing an eye. It wouldn't be as nice without depth perception. So you need a new eye. Yes, do you think you can help me? I'll keep an eye... I mean, I'll see what... Bye. How about I send you to hell instead? It's kind of a weird place for a B&B. What a B&B is being. Well, if someone has an extra room they aren't using, they might rent it out to travelers. Extra room having? Weird. Impossible. What do you mean? You guys never have extra rooms or huts or whatever? Always there are more goblins being. Yeah, that makes sense. The door is barred, therefore, so are you. From entering it. Unbar it. The ghost clerk runs or hovers quickly over to you. No, dear, I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. Why not? What's in there? A customer. He hasn't paid his bill, so I was forced to lock him in there until he does. I know that seems mean, but one lets you take a firm hand with these things. How much does he owe you? 900 meat. How is he supposed to get this meat to pay you if you won't let him out? It's a fair question, dear, but that's on him, I'm afraid. Would you take 450? Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. I've gotten out of him, and he seems perfectly content to stay locked in there, so alright. She unbars the door and carries the bar away. Okay, go into the room. Look in the mirror. You know something stuck in your teeth? It's a bookshelf full of self-help books. The magic of believing in your heart. Fixing other people in 5 minutes. How to consider yourself by acknowledging the universe. The universe. Advanced cow punching. Secret of affirming love. The power of loving the universe. The potential of believing in your soul. Love. Wealth. Loving other people while fixing your children. Love is magic of sensing your money. The mind-blowing rules of trusting yourself. How to think about your spouse without really trying. How to clean wealth the easy way. Yee. It's a guest bed, which is like a normal bed, but with a worse mattress. Totally fair. Hey, somebody left their wallet in the nightstand. 105 meat, so I didn't really lose that much meat. This plant is real, but the pot is fake. One of the museum employees is sitting here reading a magazine, as you can see. Congratulate him on his newfound freedom. Congratulations! I freed you! You're free! Huh? Free from what? Well, from being locked in this room with nothing to do except read that magazine. Ah, so you freed me from having an excellent excuse for not doing my crappy job. Well, you freed me from the burden of relaxing here instead of emptying trash cans and cleaning toilets. Great. Look, you're a real hero. I could just lock the door again. No, it's too late now. I'm free. Free as the wind blows. Free as my job blows. Thank you. You're welcome. He leaves, taking the chair with him. There was no food in there and no toilet. I don't feel bad. Advanced cow punching. There are no new skills, but there is experience. This door is locked. Pick the lock with lock picking and a needle. You wait for the clerk to look the other way and quietly pick the lock. Okay. The table is stationary, but there's no stationery on it. The mirror on this vanity doesn't work. It's a nice landscape painting on the wall. Examine it. The painting of the countryside is nice, but there's nothing very interesting about it. It looks like the sort of thing you'd find hanging over the bed in a mid-priced hotel room, or a bed and breakfast, come to think of it. I guess it's a little weird that it's hanging over a stepladder instead of the bed. Maybe the last occupant was a really short art aficionado. Take a closer look. Happy little trees. Oh hey, according to the signature, this is an original Darius Klieg. You've never heard of him. You know, now that you're looking closely at it, it seems like the painting is sticking out from the wall more than you would expect. Take it off the wall. Well, what do you know? There's another painting underneath it. A painting of a safe. This house really must be old if it's got jokes of this vintage. It's a fairly realistic painting of a wall safe. It's captioned, "Ceci n'est pas un coffre-fort." Take it off the wall. You take the wall safe painting off the wall. Behind it is, of course, a wall safe. You inspect the large wall safe. It is securely locked. Crack that safe. It swings open. It's empty apart from a rolled-up poster of Rita Hayworth. Swell. Determined not to have gone through all this nonsense for nothing, you carefully search the empty safe. Eventually, there's a click, and the back of the safe swings open, revealing a secret passage. I guess that explains the stepladder. This must be room 3. Sewing kit? So it is! Haha, good one. I'm glad you think so. The homophonous nature of so and so certainly is ripe for puns, yes? Is that so? Yes, very good, very funny. Listen, are you going to loot this container or what? Why so serious? Well, now you're kind of driving the choke into the ground now, and it's getting really tiresome. Not really tiresome, only so-so. Just, come on, this is totally stop being funny. Is that so? So what? Ha 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 ha! I like your name. I would feel bad if you followed it and I had to say that. I'd feel really bad. Thank you though. Just come on. This is totally stop being funny. Is that so? Yes, yes it is. Are you just messing with me? Do you just not want what's in this? I do want it. I want it so bad. Look, Calista, you're starting to get on my nerves. So what? I did follow. They don't show it in mobile. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for the follow. So what? So what is that there's an item in here you need for progression, and at this point, I'm sorely tempted to not give it to you. So don't give it to me then. Oh god, just take it, okay? Take it and get the hell out of this script! Elevator button. Thank you for the follow, biche. Thank you. Please just leave. The proximity of the lamp makes this plant extra healthy. Turn off the lights. The armoire is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. We found a TARDIS? Oh, is this the 4th room? Okay. There's some candy in the nightstand. 9 out of 10 dentists would be appalled. Cat's eye candy and sugared pork balls. Believe it or not, sugared pork balls actually does sound kind of good. Okay, turn it on. Well, here. This bed hasn't been slept in for a long time. Sciencey stuff! Hi. Hello there. Are you here to laugh at me? Huh? No, not at all. I wouldn't do that. No, of course you wouldn't. Nobody ever laughs. I never made a single person laugh in my entire career. That's a left turn I wasn't expecting. What was your career? I used to design gags and novelties, but I was terrible at my job. I couldn't come up with a single novel idea. This conversation seems oddly familiar. See, even my presence is unoriginal. You're just being too hard on yourself. I bet you invented all kinds of good stuff. My best invention was fake vomit. It looks just like fake vomit, but surprise, it's real! That was the one that got me fired. How did you die? If you don't mind me asking. I was working on a new invention. An exploding cigar. I just realized we just jumped into an ad break. Sorry for anybody who's caught in ads right now. I was working on a new invention. An exploding cigar. I thought that would be pretty good. You light a cigar, it's fine for a second, but suddenly it goes off with a big bang! You jump in surprise and everyone laughs because you nearly had a heart attack. Funny, right? Sure. I had a snag in development, though. What happened? Well, I figured I'd use gunpowder for the explosive, and you can buy it already packed in these little brass cartridges, so that seems convenient. Do you mean bullets? My first test run was a real mess, I can tell you that. I can imagine. So anyway, now I'm a failure and I'm dead. Maybe I can help you out. What do you mean? Well, your initial idea was pretty funny, I guess. It's just your execution was the problem. My execution was the problem? Ha! You're a laugh riot. Maybe you can help me after all. I'll see if I can figure out something for you. Sorry, not yet. I haven't figured out her eye yet. Oh, you. Tech. I found something for you. Holy cow, a counterclockwise phase inversion coil. I've been looking all over for one of these. Florence attaches one of the science doohickeys you gave her to the weird gun. Nice. And now, this girl who hates me. You give the elevator operator the button you found, and she sticks it into the empty buttonhole in the elevator's control panel. How many people did you have to set on fire to recover that button? Jeez, you sure know how to hold a grudge. The elevator operator glares at you. Which floor do you want to ruin next? Go to the 3rd floor. Actually, I do want to go back to the 1st floor. Hold on. Okay, God, she's pissed. I don't blame her. I did set her on fire, admittedly. And it was very funny. Info. Ask for some info. Oh, hi. Thanks again for freeing me from that book. You still kind of have marks where the engravings press into your face. I'm hoping they fade with time. But if not, I can always quiz myself while shaving. So, what do you do here? I provide information. Want some? Sure. Great. Thanks. That's what I'm here for. What would you like to know? What can you tell me about Mrs. Gunn? Her full name is Teresa Olivia Gunn, but informally she goes by Terry. She was born in 1847 to Reginald and Priscilla Gunn. Her mother was a mathematician and founding member of the Western Society of Mathematics in 1870, and her father was a catapult operator in the unpleasant disagreement of 1862. She invented the gun in 1869 at the age of 22. There's a photograph of her on the wall there. She's accepting a prestigious inventing award. She married her husband Dan 20 years ago in 1875, and they had 3 daughters. Interesting. Other than that, there's not a lot we know about her. She's a very private person, especially after she gave the house to the Historical Foundation and locked herself in her room 4 years ago. Anything else you'd like to know about? Yeah? Great, that's what I'm here for. What would you like to know? What can you tell me about Mrs. Gunn's family? Well, let's see. She married Dan Staple Remover in 1875. He was the inventor of the staple remover. Did you know that? They had met at an inventors convention 3 years previously. Dan decided to take her last name because he had wanted to call his invention Office Chompers, and he was already a little annoyed that people called it after him instead. They had 3 daughters named Dorothy, Blanche, and Rose. That's nice. Dorothy, Blanche, and Rose? God damn, that almost got past me. Golden Girls reference. Oh my god, I used to love watching the Golden Girls when I was little. Unfortunately, Dan vanished mysteriously in 1889, shortly after Rose was born. Nobody knows what happened to him, although it's generally assumed he was killed by bandits while he was on the road for Gun Industries business. And then all 3 of the girls went missing the year after. They went to summer camp and were just never heard from again. No ransom note or anything. Mrs. Gunn was never the same after that, naturally. She started blaming on ghosts, though as far as I know, there's been no ghost activity here until just the other day. Anything else you'd like to know about? Yeah. What can you tell me about Gunn Manor? Isn't it amazing? Mrs. Gunn had it built in the mid to late 70s when she and her husband decided to start a family. It was finished in 1877. It has 8 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, plus a whole host of modern conveniences like electric lights, a coal-fired boiler, and a bowling alley. My personal favorite room is the library, but I guess you knew that one already. Mrs. Gunn donated the house to the Historical Society in 1891 with the provision that would keep the place properly maintained and send meals up to her room in the kitchen dumbwaiter. She's actually never come out of her room since then, although she still communicates via telephone to the house intercom system sometimes. Anything else you'd like to know about? What can you tell me about rocks? Great, I know a ton of stuff about rocks now, specifically igneous rocks and granite in particular. Did you know granite is frequently used as a building material due to its strength and pleasant gray color? Tell me about another one. Sure, how about this? Granite was an integral part of the architecture of many ancient societies, which is why the ruins of those buildings still exist today, unlike those of the ancient peoples who built all their structures out of cheese and wheat paste. Tell me another one. Sure, how about this? Geologists call granite massive, because it doesn't have any internal structures, and also because it becomes in great big lumps. Some of the most interesting rocks in the world can be found near the 4 magnetic poles. Hitting something with a rock was the very first human invention, and the second was swearing. Granite contains at least 25% quartz, which makes it useful as a resistor in all sorts of magical devices. Granite tables are frequently used as bases for optical instruments because they're very stable and easy to see. The upper section of the Earth's crust is made of 94% igneous rock and 1% marzipan. The third weirdest sport, curling, uses stones and brushes made specifically out of granite. The word granite comes from the ancient word granum, or grain, because of its pleasant, weedy smell. Granite gravestones and memorials are considered a status symbol because the tools to carve and engrave such hard stone with speed and precision have only recently been invented. In fact, until about 15 years ago, there was only one workshop in the world that produced them, run by the inventor Alexander MacDonald, who also invented the Harzburger, although that proved to be less popular because Harzburite is not one of the edible kinds of igneous rock. How... Does he just do this over and over? Okay, yeah, he does. Moving on. Okay, so we don't have the photo person. Hi. Oh, it's you. My hero and savior. Okay, I feel a little bad about the girl in the elevator. Setting her on fire, I feel slightly bad about. That guy, I don't feel bad for. I saved him. When you really think about it, I actually saved him. This is a bronze plaque that reads, "The Gun Manor Hedge Maze was erected in 1888 for the entertainment of guests and the family's then 2 daughters. You are welcome to the meanders paths, though we recommend caution during the winter." Below that is pasted a handwritten note. Actually, we recommend staying out altogether because some crazy wizard movement has been animating the shrubs. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Past year is nothing. Where is this place? We're in purgatory. I believe, now that I think about that, just saying purgatory reminded me that my wife has been telling me about a movie for a couple of years now. And I believe it's called Purgatory, that's set in the Wild West. It sounded interesting. Here, I want to get in that box. Box full of photos. Look through them. Ah ha ha ha! Hey, one of these photos is that of Lardest. Good. Blah, blah, blah. Can do it. Let's go. In the kitchen. Lalda. Oh, so you have returned. Have you recovered the photograph I require? I found an old photo. I found an old photo that actually looks like you. Here. Oh, marvelous. What a resemblance. Yeah, it's a pretty decent pic. Good thing light travels faster than bullets. Nami, which will not be lost to the ravages of time. Merci beaucoup, my friend. He hangs the photo in the window and dissipates into nothingness. Auf Wiedersehen. I have no idea. I don't think I pronounced that right. The photo's great. So terrible. That's right. That guy needed no-leg pants. No-leg pants. There's a little tin on here labeled chili spices. Might be useful. Oh, research. No, I don't need a definition. I need research. But I don't have the book. Go to the 3rd floor. What's up, Gary? Guess this is where everyone's bedrooms are. Man, this place just keeps going. So many rooms having so many things. What even for being? Well, the advantage to being super rich is that you can buy a bunch of stuff without caring what it's for. Crazy. No arguments here. I gotta admit, if I won the lottery, like... LOL, you made an effort. Which effort? I'm talking about setting the girl on fire? Yeah, I gotta admit, like, if I won the lottery, like, there would be signs. There would be signs, but I don't think I would go super crazy. Mr. Gunn. Wow. Hello? The guy doesn't notice you approaching until you're right next to him. He yelps in surprise and drops his glass on the floor, then squints unsteadily at you. Then he takes a maraschino cherry from the bowl on the cart and throws it at your head. Hey, stop that! Sorry, just making sure you're not one of them ghosts. He drops another cherry into a fresh glass and pours a lot of whiskey on top of it. Are you one of the museum employees? Yep, that's me. What are you doing here? Hiding. Lady, I don't know if maybe you didn't notice, but this house, This house. This house has got ghosts in it. You don't say. Whole bunches of them all over. So I don't know about you, but I'm staying right here where it's nice and drunk. I mean, safe. Wouldn't you rather get out of here? Heh. Nah, all the booze. I mean, that is booze. I'm really scared when ghosts go boo, you know? They'll get me if I leave this room. There aren't any ghosts between this room and the exit. So you said. That's what you said. But they're ghosts. Could be anywhere. Except in here? Exactly. I ain't leaving without a guarantee that those ghosts won't grab me on the way out. Oh, to pronounce the word, yeah, I appreciate it. I believe that was German. We could disguise you with a shower curtain. Here, look, we'll use this white shower curtain to disguise you as a ghost. Then they won't bother you on your way out. That's a mighty fine idea, but he tosses back his drink and pours another. Eye holes. That curtain's got no eye holes for my eyes. I won't be able to see. I was trying to think you don't actually want to leave. No, I wouldn't give you that idea. This is terrible in here. Shoot some holes in the curtain. You narrow your eyes and blast some holes in the curtain with your pistol. Okay, jeez, I get the picture. He grabs an armload of bottles from the cart, pulls the shower curtain over his head, and staggers out of the room. The museum employees drank a lot of this cart's contents, but there's a few bottles left. Manly's finest cotton candy schnapps. That sounds so sweet. It's a humidor full of cheap cigars. Grab another one. Got plenty of cheap cigars. Nice. Weird. If you're going to commission a painting of swords, you'd think at least ask for nice swords. From the smell of it, Mr. Gunn mostly burned garbage in this thing. Sofa's tacky, both in terms of style and stuff that's been spilled on it. Ew, gross. Alright. Okay. This poster is clear and it's an artistic intent, but it's not very imaginative. There's a bigger button on this thing. It's where the bowling balls would come out if this thing was working. Bowling stuff is extremely broken. It's not supposed to be flying around even a little bit. Can I press that? Nothing happens. Judas! Florence will use your weird backpack to increase your party's physicality by 15. Shoot all your enemies for 11 damage. Can I just beat the crap out of it? Yes. Got a bowling ball hat. My God. 15 armor. Okay, next time before I get into a fight, I'm putting that on. Damn. Pinomat XR86. Oh, good. The XR85 was complete trash. Oh. Oh, it's just to fight it over and over again, huh? Ah, thank you for the hydrate. God, I'm almost out of the carbonated water now. Spoke too soon. I'm out of the carbonated water. Thank God I have the giant water bottle next to me. Okay. Huh. Bowling ball chunk, huh? What's that? Deals damage equal to your muscle? Hey, come here. I want more of them. Good Lord, that hits for a truckload. Okay, well, we got 2 of those. That's fine. Okay, that's cool. That is one angry-looking bird. Why, you hoped to never meet a live duck this big. It's sickening, killing a helpless sofa and stuffing its carcass like a grisly trophy. One of the moose's eyes is loose. Pop it out. Pop! Now it's really got its eye on you. Got an item, glass eye. This is the head of a teddy bear. They didn't even remove the tag. I was totally expecting that to be a Smokey the Bear reference. So many what? So many polyesters die just to decorate rooms like this. These antlers are made out of paper mache, apparently by somebody who never had seen antlers before. Why is there a moving goblin head over on the wall? A whole rack of bowling trophies. If they were billiards trophies, there'd be an easier pun to make. There's a goblin head mounted like a trophy on the wall. This would be positively barbaric if not for the fact that the goblin seems pretty okay with it. Boo! Ha ha! Pretty good am I getting to you, huh, human? Wow, yes, very much to getting me. Nice! What did happening to you? Did Mr. Gunn hunting you and to cutting head off? No, Mr. Gunn, a good human man, is being very friends. Inside one of his bowling ball bags, my sport are growing. Only headroom. Mr. Gunn finding me and hanging me up here for to chatting with. Great guy. Wow, weird. You can tell this is fake because it isn't floating around the room or setting stuff on fire. It's really just a photograph of a fish. Mr. Gunn was apparently really liberal with his definition of trophy. This ghost is dressed up as a traditional safari hunter with the pith helmet and big white mustache and those weird khaki trousers that make it look like your butt has wings. He's inspecting Mr. Gunn's trophy collection, but he doesn't seem particularly impressed. Hi, I'm Callisto. What? Oh, charmed, I'm sure. Lord Euston Captain at your service. What happened to you, if you don't mind my asking? Not at all. Though it isn't a very exciting story, eh? What? I was hunting lions on the plains of the Serengeti when one of the blighters got the better of me. Wow, you were eaten by a lion? Sounds pretty exciting to me. Yes, well, not eaten as such. Sneaker bugger crept into the camp and pushed a stack of ammunition crates over onto me. Oh. Gonna drop to get ready for bed, have fun. Thanks, Drag. Have a great night, buddy. We'll probably be going for another, I don't know, maybe half hour. Maybe I can help you. Help me do what? Well, what with you, whatever's keeping you as a ghost. Though, now to say it, I guess there isn't much I can do to help you get revenge on that lion. Oh, no, I dare say it. His revenge is keeping me here. What? Good for the lion, I say. Turnabout is fair play and all that, eh? What? Though I do wish he'd done it in a manner that made for a better story. So why are you a ghost, then? It's because of me one true regret. I never faced the most dangerous game. I'm definitely not going to help you hunt people. What? No. The most dangerous board game. Nobody was ever willing to play against me. Bully shame, eh? What? What's the game? He leads you over to the small table on which is laid out a board of alternating red and black squares, with little wooden discs painted red and black as well. Checkers? The checkers jump and scatter as the ghost stabs two large hunting knives in the center of the board. Knife checkers. What are the rules? Do you know how to play checkers? Yes. Do you know how to stab someone in the head with a knife? Yes. That's all you need to know, really. Alright, I'll play. You yank one of the knives out of the board, and Lord Euston instructs you to hold it left-handed. The rules are, you may only attack your opponent's hands, and only when they are over the board. Displaced checkers are played from where they land. Attacking the board directly is a foul, which awards the opponent a stab-free turn. It appears to be primarily a game of concentration, quick movements, and feinting. Play aggressively. 50 muscle. Oh, no. I'm going to lose. You started the game by attacking quickly and fiercely to establish dominance and keep your opponent from developing his pieces. This strategy is somewhat effective, but Lord Euston doesn't scare easily, and he manages to feint a few pieces past your guard. You enter the mid-game more or less evenly matched. Play instinctively. Ha! Nice try, lass, but you had to put up a better fight than that to satisfy me. Come back when those wounds are scabbed over, eh? What? You get so angry about losing the fight, you passed out. Damn! You wake up the next morning in your bed. Gary must have carried you back here after you got knocked out. You're a little sore, but otherwise not, but not otherwise any worse for wear. Pretty hungry though, and sober. Ah, damn. Okay, no worries. Okay, so yeah, now our stuff is way, way, way lower. Okay. Most of the stuff that we need to definitely boost our stats. Okay. Let's see. Keeping that damn turnip. I've had that turnip since the beginning of the game. Okay. The vanilla custard is 9 for our strength. I think the can of tuna is fine. I'm probably going to eat a second one. Okay. Now, booze. Schnapps. Fermented spider blood. I'm still going to hold off on that because I don't think I really need it. Decent tequila, decent wine, whiskey on the rocks. Moxie. Muscle, Mescali, and Moxie. Bottle of ghost beer. Tira, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, raiders. Hello. Hi, everyone. So nice to see all of you. We're doing a Mellow Monday stream. We're playing West of Loathing right now. What were you playing? And hello, Raiders. For anybody who doesn't know me, I'm Shenanigans. I'm a variety streamer here on YouTube. Sorry, pardon me. Variety streamer here on Twitch. I am your crazy cookie kobold. And, let's see, some League of Legends. Awesome! Thank you so much for the sending out the shout out, Gumi. Thank you. I appreciate that. Pyre, thank you for redeeming a dad joke. Let's see. We do need a dad joke. Let's get a good one. Let's see. Kind of sad. I told my really good one earlier. Let's see. I know Gumi will appreciate this one. What do you call a sleeping dinosaur? A dino snore. How's stream? Stream is going great. We've gotten through, we're doing the DLC for West of Loathing. So we've already beaten the game. We didn't do everything, but we beat the game. And now we're doing the DLC. That one is cute. The dad jokes. I'm glad that you guys like them. But, yeah, thank you, everybody, for coming in. Tira, I totally understand if you need to, like, raid and run. Go get yourself a snack. Go rest up. I know that streaming can be exhausting. So, by all means, if you need to raid and run, I totally understand. But you are also more than welcome to hang around and kind of see some of the zany weirdness that happens in this game. It's a stick figure game set in the, quote-unquote, Wild West. And right now, we're trying to fill our liver and spleen. So, Yeah, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate the raid. Thank you. Let's see. I think we're going to use the bottle of ghost beer. You drink the beer, and the bottle fades from view. There goes your deposit. And we get decent tequila and decent wine. Okay, what can we put in our spleen? Not the cheap cigar. Balaladum, no. Ooh, that Frisco Poppy is really nice. Mysticality by 11 for the rest of the day. Ooh, sounds cool. It's time for me to eat. Hope the stream goes well. Thank you so much for dropping in, Tyrion. Yes, you have a lovely sleep. We appreciate you dropping in. Thank you. Alright, Mysticality by 11. Let's go ahead and... Well, actually here. Let's see. Maybe there's a different one. Hold on. Mysticality, Shockweed. Nice. Okay, there we go. That's actually better. So now everything's over 50 for our stats here. Let's see here. Meat drop, spell damage, armor. Oh, old-timey ointment. Oh, we just got that. Let's go ahead and use one of them. Well, maybe... Sarsaparilla. Muscle. What? What was that? Hog oil. This bottle's label claims it contains 100% pure hog oil and lists an address in Kentucky to write to if you want more details. I'm good. Bottle of cologne, tainted milk, hot coffee, cow's blood. Yeah, let's not drink that. Let's go ahead and drink the coffee. Get that speed up. Okay. So now let's go kick the old man's ass in the board game. Let's get back there. Okay, third floor. He was all the way over in Mr. Gunn's room. No, he wasn't in this room. Was he in this one? Yes, this is the trophy room. Lord Houston Camdenton is still hanging around here. He's looking for something to hunt. He's going to be disappointed. These animals are all pretty much hunted out already. Alright, against my better judgment, I'll play knife checkers with you. You yank one of the knives out of the board and... Okay, so it's the same thing we read last time. Play aggressively. Now, play intelligently. In the mid-game, you focus more on the checkers than on your knife work, maneuvering into position for some big gains in the long term. You suffer a few minor nicks and cuts, but are well positioned for the endgame. Play craftily. Lord Houston spots a hole in your defenses. He feints left, then quickly slides one of his pieces into the gap, and into your trap. He moves his hand into just the position you need to attack it with a hard downward stab. He easily yanks his hand out of the way, and your knife hits one of your pieces on its edge, flipping it across the board to land neatly on his back rank. King me. I say, it's a foul to attack the board. Sure, but it wasn't, was I? I attacked your hand and you dodged, that's all. You sneaky blighter! Play continues, but with the king behind Lord Houston's lines, you clean up fairly quickly. Alright, lass, I concede. Marvelous play, what? Well done. He gives you a smart salute and fades away into nothingness. Nice. That was fun. Alright. Benzie! Benzie! There's a spittoon! It's even shiny. There's a spittoon here. A bright, shiny, beautiful spittoon. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh boy. Oh yeah, come to mama. What are you doing? Huh? Nothing. What are you doing? Looking at someone who's kneeling next to a spittoon with an apparent intention of sticking her whole entire face inside of it. Dive in. You jam your hand to the spittoon up to the shoulder and find nothing. The brass bucket is shiny and clean, outside and in, clean as the day it was born. The museum staff must have washed it. It looks brand new. Are you crying? No, I'm fine. You're crying. Okay, I'll just be over here whenever you're done lying on the ground in a fetal position and hugging the spittoon. Fine. No! I did get an achievement for it, though. I did get an achievement. The spittoon that didn't love me back. The real spittoon reward was the memories we made along the way. Exactly. Exactly. I don't know why I'm turning these lights on and off. This end table bears the scars of many uncoastered beverages. Looks comfy. Too bad you're too busy to sit down. It's a rack of billiard cues. Grab one. Okay. This is both the biggest and dumbest poster you've ever seen. It is true. Like, huh. Yeah. Hello. Hey there, how's it going? I ain't interested in chit-chat, gal, just billiards. Step up or shut up. Challenge him to a game. You pull out your cue, and the ghost nods and racks the balls. He utterly trounces you. You just can't seem to make the balls go where you intended. That was as sad showing as I've ever seen. Let me see that cue. Yeah, that's your problem. This thing's about as straight as a banker's handshake. I take offense to that. I was a banker. Like, actually, I used to be a banker. That was my job. Granted, I'm not straight, so, you know. I suppose that works. What? You're going to need to lathe this back to true if you want a chance against me. Lathe? Thank you for the stretch. I actually just stood up and had to get a stretch in, so thank you. Oh, there's a lathe in the basement? Go to the first floor. I want to say it was in the basement. Here? No, that's gunsmithing tools. Where was the lathe? It's not down here, is it? Oh, definitely not in here. And I know the last one's the boiler. I know I saw a lathe somewhere. Done enough damage there. Cellar, parlor. No, not the parlor. Kitchen. Dining room. Is it on the second floor? Huh. Gallery. Library. Huh. Where did I see a lathe? I know we saw one, because I even commented on it that I'd used one before. It's definitely not in the guest rooms. Oh, but we can give her the eye. Hello again, dear. Were you able to find me a new eye? Yeah, kind of. How kind. Thank you very much. She takes the glass eye from you and puts it in, whereupon it falls through her and onto the floor. She tuts as she picks it up. Oh dear, it's a little too physical. Yeah, I wasn't sure this would work. Don't worry, this is easily fixed. Do you have a hammer I can borrow? A hammer? Yeah. That'll do nicely. She takes a hammer, places the glass eye on her desk, and smashes it with a precise crack. Ah, perfect. She gives you back the hammer and plucks the ghost of the glass eye from the shattered fragments. After blowing the dust off it, she tucks it into her eye socket. That fits much better. Does it work? Well, now that you mention it, no, I can't actually see with it. It is the ghost of a glass eye, after all. Oh dear, this won't do at all. What a shame. You know, I don't really understand why your eye is still missing. What do you mean? What do you mean? Well, I've always assumed when someone loses an arm or something, it just sticks around as an arm ghost. That's why people say they can feel itchy sometimes, because you still got an arm there, but it's a ghost. It's even called phantom limb syndrome. So, logically, if the rest of you becomes a ghost after that, it would hook right back up. But then, where did my eye go? Maybe it got pushed back inside your head? The ghost thinks about this for a second, then shakes her head. No, that seems... Wait. What? I didn't think I felt something just then. She shakes her head again. My goodness gracious. Keep going. It's like one of those puzzles where you try to get the marble in the hole. She bends her head forward and continues shaking it. You can almost hear a faint rattling sound and then a plop. She straightens back up, blinking with two eyes. You did it! Well, I'll be. Thank you so much, dear. I never would have thought of that. No problem. Have a nice time in heaven or wherever. The ghost gives you a friendly wave and fades out for the night. Why the wherever? She seemed like a very nice old lady. Again, where was that? Where's that lathe? I know we saw one. No, not him. Oh, you know what? I think I know where it is. Hold on. Go to the first floor. There it is. You lathe, rinse, and repeat until the queue is fixed. Lathe, rinse, and repeat, really? Valiant's billiards queue. For anybody who has not played this game, by the way, number one, it's hilarious. Highly recommend it. Number two, it's part of a series. Kingdoms of Loathing, West of Loathing, and Shadows over Loathing. And you can usually pick up this one and Shadows over Loathing really cheap on Steam, especially when they have sales going on. So, would highly, highly recommend it. Hey there, how's it going? I ain't interested in oh, same thing. Challenge him to a game. You polish your cue and the ghost nods and racks the balls. He proceeds to crush you. Something feels wrong, like your cue isn't connected with the ball properly. The ghost shakes his head at you. You're totally new to this, ain't you? You gotta chalk your cue. Chalk? Can I borrow yours? Mine's ghost chalk. Wouldn't work. Oh. Huh. Lead him to his balls. Just like Goomy. Goomy, that's a game that we haven't played with balls in it yet. We need to find a pool game. We can go to Mrs. Gunn's room. This door is locked and no earthly force can open it. Well, maybe a whole team of horses, but good luck getting them up the elevator. Knock, knock. Yes, who is it? Mrs. Gunn, I'm Callista Earp. Are you with the Ghost Extermination people? Yes, ma'am. Florence Cunningham. Cunningham Ghost Annihilation Services. Callista is my assistant. I'm your what? Who's the county licensed ghost hunter here? Me or you? Okay, fine. I guess. Have you been able to exterminate all the ghosts? I still feel haunted. Not on the left, according to the scanner. We're still working on it, ma'am. Don't worry, you can count on us. Alright, please. Let me know when you've finished. Will do, ma'am. Okay, music room. Okay. This is the ghost of an orchestra conductor. Unless he's the ghost of someone pretending to be an orchestra conductor. Either he's very agitated about something or he's conducting Flight of the Bumblebee. Try talking to him. Sorry to interrupt, but I can't actually hear the music. What are you conducting? It's the finale of the year 1812 Solemn Overture by Tchaikovsky. Oh, the 1812 Overture, sure. That would have been my second guess. Is your orchestra like double ghost or something? What? Ah, no, I see. No, there is no orchestra. I merely have this piece of music irrevocably lodged in my head. It's been nagging at me incessantly ever since my death. Ask him about his death. This is just a guess, but... oh, pardon me, 1 second. God, I just got a dry spot in the back of my throat. But did you die during the performance of the 1812 Overture? That is correct, yes. Very astute of you. And the finale of that piece features real, actual cannons, right? Is that how you died? If it was my fate to be slain by a piece of music, cannons would have been far preferable to my utterly farcical demise. What happened? The overture requires several cannons, because it is impossible to load a single cannon quickly enough to fire as the score demands. However, the stage we were performing on could not have borne the weight. What did you do? I was not informed of the difficulty and was far too late to make any changes. It transpired that the stage manager decided it would be sufficient to give a box of bullets to the tuba player. You were shot by a tuba? I was shot, as you say, by a tuba. Wow, no wonder you ended up as a ghost. Oh, it isn't the ridiculousness of my death that troubles me, really. Accidents happen, as with any of the performing arts. A colleague of mine was decapitated by an errant cymbal during a performance of Paganini's Violin Concerto No. 1. Such are the risks we take for our art. Gosh. The problem is that the 1812 Overture's finale is a very dramatic and energetic piece. With this music constantly replaying itself in my head, I've been utterly unable to find any peace. Alright, I'll see if I can find a way to help. Huh. The only sheet of music I have is blank. Who do you think you are, John Cage? A musty, decaying pile of old music books. Face them. Almost all of the books are dry, rotted, and moth-eaten and fall apart at a touch. You do find a copy of Dueling Banjos in reasonable shape, though. Nothing left here but dust and a few loose treble clefs. This is a bassoon. And you know what they say. It makes an ass out of N and what? Boo! This woman doesn't seem to be interested in anything other than cranking that hurdy-gurdy. Disconnect the crank. You definitely disconnect the crank from the hurdy-gurdy without alerting the woman's attention, but it turns out you needn't have bothered. She continues to turn the crank, blank-eyed, even with nothing attached. You grab the end of the crank and pull her very slowly to the gift shop, where you find a Victrola to plug her into. Problem solved? Nice. Souvenirs? The guy from the bar cart is leaning heavily on a display of shot glasses with different names etched into them. A sign on the display reads, "Personalized shot glasses, 1200 meat." The guy picks up a bottle stashed behind the display and fills a shot glass labeled Adam. Is that your name? Adam? The guy squints at the shot glass. Sure. He knocks back the shot glass and tosses the glass over his shoulder before picking up and filling another one. Now it's Squid. George. For those of you also who have not played this game, the currency in this game is meat. Don't ask me why. It just is. Okay. Let's see here. I can't do anything about the kitchen this second. The dining room I can't really do anything about because I can't get the chili without a gun in it. And I can't go into the kitchen and make the chili without a gun in it without understanding chili, which I think I need the library for. There's nothing here. And last I checked, the cellar doesn't really have anything either. I need stuffing for the silencer, which I haven't found yet. Okay, go to the second floor again. Well, wait a minute. We didn't finish exploring the top floor, did we? We went into the music room. And there wasn't really anything else up here. It's just the one conductor guy, and we need the piano music. Okay, kids' rooms. What's going on here? There is a disco playing in one of these rooms. It's a doll mine. How adorable. Just look at all the little miners and minecarts and minechests and bowls of minestrone. Well, what's this? There's a tiny stick of dynamite stuck in a little borehole. This toy is interactive. It's a blank chalkboard. Write something. Boo! Ah! Should make sure that never happens to anybody again. Take the chalk. You look at the chalkboard and shudder, and then take the chalk. Blue chalk. You do not trust this horse one bit. Okay, let's go back first. God, this is a lot of running around. This particular, like, DLC, like, this is a lot of running around and solving things. Boris, thank you for sing mode. It's so nice to see you. How's it going? Challenge him to a game. You chuck up your cue when the ghost wrecks his balls. You do okay, which is to say you are merely soundly beaten instead of totally creamed. You gotta learn the angles, kid. The angles? You know where the balls are gonna go when they bounce and so on. Geometry. There's math in this. Aw, geez. Geez. Dying a lot. LOL. How you doing? We died earlier. Just once. But it's okay. Now we're running around solving ghost crimes. And apparently listening to disco. Wow, that music is creepy. Looks like this is where the creepy music is coming from. Transcribe it. Write down all of the spooky notes. Spooky lullaby. This teddy bear has been comprehensively and enthusiastically disemboweled. Oh hey, what a stuffing. The composition of this painting is bad in every way. As a show of hands here, put a C in the chat if you're afraid of clowns. It's full of baby supplies you don't understand, like bottle rings and swaddling wipes. It's a toy box. Who knows what horrors it contains? Let's find out. You got a stuffed gun. Less macabre than you were expecting. Does it actually do anything? My God, it does. Some wooden blocks with letters on them. Ah, boo. It's more of a 3.5 poster bed. This little girl ghost is serving imaginary tea to her guests. The doll, while terrifying, is largely indifferent. The museum employee, I can't keep singing this, on the other hand, is playing along with a rictus grin on his face. The little girl wears an annoyed and disappointed frown. Hello there, my name's Callista. Can I join your tea party? If you want, I guess, but it's a terrible tea party. Aw, what's wrong? You aren't having any fun? All I have is dumb made-up tea. I want a proper tea party like Mama took me to. Tell me about that tea party. We went to a real tea room. It was so pretty. There were vases with flowers in them, and everyone was all dressed up in suits and pretty dresses, and there were white china teacups for the tea. Real tea, not imaginary. Well, that sounds very nice. It was. I was so nice, and everyone was so polite and charming and elegant. Well, until the fight started, anyway. Uh-oh, there was a fight. Well, two of the gentlemen there got into an argument. I don't know what it was about, but I guess one said something the other didn't like, and he was so insulted he threw his tea right in the first man's face. And then they took out guns and started shooting each other right there in the tea room. Whoa. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. They were really elegant, though. They had little silver and ivory pistols, and they kept their pinkies out the whole time. Anyway, I don't remember the rest very well, except for one of them missed the other and shot me by mistake. I'm so very sorry. Thank you for the posture check. Thanks, but it's alright. Heaven's supposed to be really nice, so I guess I don't mind so much. I didn't really get to finish my tea party, so I want to have another one before I go, except I don't have any tea, and make-believe tea isn't fun anymore. We are not giving her a goblet of blood. Okay, I'll see if I can find some actual tea for you. Yeah, we're giving her actual tea. No. This guy has a smile frozen on his face. His eyes dart around in panic as he pretends to sip tea. One eye twitches as he tries to whisper out the corner of his mouth. What's that? A drop of sweat rolls down his brow, and he stares at the little ghost, who doesn't seem to have noticed. Still not getting it. Can you speak up? His hands are shaking. If you were holding an actual teacup, it probably was shattered by now. He hisses at you through his clenched teeth. I'm sorry, I can't understand you. Bye. Okay, so we need to find her tea. Science stuff. This is a much nicer vanity than that of the average frontier teen. Gussy yourself up a bit. You use the various powders and creams and pomades to make yourself slightly more presentable. 14 experience. It's a Daniel Boone poster. One corner is loose. What's behind it? Boo! I should have figured. There's a plaid skirt in here. Sort of like legless pants. Grab it! There's nothing else of interest in here. Probably. Yeah, well, there might be a portal to a magical fantasy realm in the back or something. I mean, you never know. Search it. Well, you don't find any magical portals. Darn. But you do find a diary. You flip through it, but there's nothing of particular interest except for an entry about how the author was excited to leave for a sleepaway camp the next day with her sisters, and how she was thankful to someone called Uncle Chet for getting the tickets, since it was gloomy around the manor ever since her father went missing. That's the last entry. Looks like someone forgot a book under the bed. Take a look. Yes! Rules for parlor games. The title is Fun Law, Rules for 71 Parlor Games and Assorted Amusements for Children. What is this? Devil's music? You yank the needle away from the cylinder and hide the handle away. Turn it off. Someone has been slacking on their geometry homework. Tisk, tisk. Do it for them. You decide to take the book with you and just do the assignment later. You got an item. Geometry textbook. If you want to learn to play Pinochle, Sass the Band, and Polly's Aiden Man, or sit quietly, then this is the book for you. Read it. You flip through the book. Unsurprisingly, it's mostly about ways bored children can stay out of their parents' hair for just 5 damn minutes. It also has a little tag on the spine indicating it came from the mansion library. I know exactly what it's for. Geometry textbook. Rufus would probably understand this, but you sure as hell don't. I think I know what to do with those. Okay, we got some things we can do. No, Uncle Boone. Yeah, actually, isn't your family, like, long back related to Daniel Boone in some way or something like that? Yep. Workbench with a device on it. You look over the tools of the bench, you can definitely make a silencer here. You've got the right size tin can, you got stuffing the appropriate density. Make a silencer. You drill a hole at each end of the can and carefully remove the beans. Then you soak the stuffing in a vat of acoustic dampening chemicals and carefully jam it into the can. Voila! We got the silencer. This is a can of stuffing designed to make it much easier. Blah. Intimidating 6-gun. Okay. I don't actually want to do that. I'm going to hold on to the silencer. Because I might need it for something else. We'll see. I occasionally flip through books on them when I get they get checked in. Can tell you likely had ADHD. Huh. Okay, now we go to the second floor. Library. Hey, look, I invented this. Shh, how many times do I have to tell you? I invented this thing that makes guns really quiet. Oh. Oh, marvelous. Finally, getting recipes knowing the libraries will now be safe for the noise of gunfire. It is only in an atmosphere of quiet that true joy dare live. Bertrand Russell. And with that, she dissipates into nothing. He isn't famous yet. Well, whatever. Ah, you have 2 books you can put back. Fun Law and Dueling Banjos. They go on different shelves, so you can't do them both at once. Fun Law. You find the shelf where Fun Law belongs, you put it back. The next book on the shelf is titled Gun Law, which might be even more entertaining. Which we'll definitely give this a shot. And you find the shelf where Dueling Banjos belong to put it back. The previous book on the shelf is titled Duel Law, which is about legal issues surrounding dueling. Never know when that might come in handy. Duly noted. Alrighty. Oh, actually, do I need to read those? Hold on. Basics of gun law. You learn basically everything there is to know about gun law. Now you can be prosecutor, attorney, and defense counsel in addition to judge, jury, and executioner. After that, you take the book to the library to return it to its shelf and walk back to where you previously were. Time to dispense some justice. Duel law. You learn all about the laws pertaining to dueling. It turns out when 2 guys want to murder each other in the reasonable and fair manner, things get legally tricky. You got the perk, duel law. Then you take the book back to the library, return it, come back. It's like, oh, you struggle to sit still and struggle to focus, but you can track a bear across a mountain without a break? Yeah, that tracks. Okay, what's your problem anyway? Bah, it's legal stuff. You'd never understand. In fact, I think you'll find that I am quite conversant. Apparently I'm not, in the finer points of our justice system, particularly as it pertains to guns and gun-related activity. Horseradish, you're all trousers and no briefs. Oh yeah? Well, just try me, smart lady. Fine, obviously you aren't going to leave me alone, so just ask your question. I'm Callista Earth, speaking for the record. State your name, occupation, cause of death. Felicity Wainwright, defense attorney, lost a court-approved trial by combat. What? Trial by combat has been outlawed for like 15 years. You do understand that ghosts don't visually age as time passes, right? Oh, right. So your client called for trial by combat, which meant you and the prosecutor had to face off at a duel? That's correct. And you lost. She squints at you. Are you acting dumb or trying to throw me off guard? I withdraw the question. Why are you stuck as a ghost? Because although trial by combat was already well out of fashion at the time, it was still a valid legal recourse. I should have been prepared for the possibility, but I wasn't. My lack of training resulted in an innocent man being executed for murder. Oof, how was he executed? Hanging, I assume. Obviously, I wasn't around to see it. So to release you, I'd need to prove that the loss wasn't your fault. The trial duel was completely fair and above board. There is no chance of there having been foul play on the prosecutor's part. My loss was my own. Then I had to prove your client was actually guilty, and therefore your feelings of responsibility are misplaced. The look she gives you is hard and cold. Look, you think you know a thing or two about the law? How about you tell me the first rule being a defense attorney? Don't make fun of the judge's beard. Don't refer to his gavel as a weird little hammer. Don't accidentally call him Mom. You have to trust and believe in your client. If you don't believe your client is innocent, you'll never convince anyone else he is either. So if I want to convince you that he was guilty, you have an uphill fight, gal. You are essentially playing prosecutor here. Alright, tell me about the case. My defendant was Matthew Guilty McCready, accused of the murder of Victor Victimsbury at noon on June 18th, 1878 in Reno. I have some questions. Your client was actually named Guilty? Come on. Names don't mean anything. I have once had a client named I killed a guy, and he was totally innocent. For someone's actual legal name, sure, but nicknames are usually given with some sort of basis. You've never heard of a really tall guy named Tiny or a fat guy named Slim? Arguably, the nickname Guilty would reinforce my client's innocence. That's totally absurd, but I'll let it rest for now. Let me ask something else. What was the cause of death? Timsbury was shot through the heart with a .45 caliber revolver. And did McCready own such a gun? Yes, he was holding it at the time, and subsequent examination showed they had been recently fired. Are you messing with me? Any further questions? Yes, I do have some more questions. Go ahead. This was at noon precisely? Yes, that was confirmed by witnesses. Also, McCready owned a fancy pocket watch that chimed on the hour. Were there witnesses? About half a dozen of them. Pretty sure there's something you aren't telling me. I'm not obligated to pay my hand face up, Mrs. Prosecutor. Okay then. Hang on a second. Shot with a pistol in front of witnesses at exactly noon. Was this a duel? So you can add 2 plus 2 after all. Well done. Well, as luck would have it, I've recently read a whole book about duel law. What? Why? No reason. I just happened across it in the library and thought it might be interesting. You read an entire code of law you found at random just for the heck of it? Yep. I've actually done that for work. Thank you, Gumi, for doing the shoutouts. What's this? His parents were freaking out when he didn't come home as a kid. His dad found him with a dead bear. Oh my god, we were worried sick. Your response? I thought mom would be happy about all the meat. Okay. Let me do a quick review. A duel is legal, provided between exactly 2 people at a specific prearranged time and place, using the same or at least essentially similar weapons. And they have to either face each other down and quick draw at the appointed moment or do the 10 paces turn and fire routine. Is that right? That's the gist of it, yes. So I guess let's start with you telling me the facts of the case, and I'll interrupt you rudely if I have any questions. Alright, but if you push me on trivial nonsense, I'll get mad and you'll have to start over. That seems fair. Go ahead. McCready and Timsbury got into an argument in the saloon on the evening of June 17th. Apparently, Timsbury accused McCready of cheating at poker. The bartender yelled at him to take it outside, but since it was dark out, they agreed to meet for a duel the next day. That'd be the 18th, you said, yes? Yes, June 18th, 1878. The next day, they both shot up shortly before noon and squared off about 30 feet from each other. When noon struck, McCready fired. Fast enough that Timsbury didn't get a shot off on account of having his head shot off. That pretty much the long and short of it. McCready had a .45 caliber single-action Army revolver. Timsbury had an older model .36 caliber cap and ball Navy revolver, which he loaded with paper cartridges instead of packing the gunpowder by hand. Objection: these are significantly different weapons. Are you kidding? They're both pistols. A modern cartridge revolver versus an antique cap and ball loader? Ridiculous. That antique was in production until 1873 and was considered one of the most reliable and popular 6-shooters in the territories. Furthermore, the restriction against differing weapons on a duel is about pistols versus rifles, or the proverbial knife in a gunfight, or as more recent example, a nitwit trying to argue the law against a professional attorney. That's a bit harsh. We're done here. Get out. She shoves you out of the gallery and slams the door. Okay. God, really? One thing wrong and I got kicked out of here? Okay. Well, let's see if there's any questions. What day of the week was this? Okay. Okay. Okay, so what day of the week was this? Monday, June 17th, 1878. Well, that makes sense. Everyone's a bit grumpy on a Monday. Uh-huh. This should make the weekend Sunday and Monday instead. Then you can spend Monday relaxed instead of having to go to work. But then, whatever. Do you have any other questions? No, go on with the story. I mean, testimony. The bartender yelled at them to take it outside. Since it was dark out, they agreed to meet for a duel the next day. That would be the 18th. Okay, I have a question. Did they set a specific time for the duel? High noon. Figures. Why is it always high noon? Tradition, I suppose. Since the sun is at its highest in the sky, everything's brightly lit and there aren't many shadows, so that's good for gunfighting. Plus, you can have your duel on your lunch break. Okay. What's next? He fired exactly at Dune. You said there were witnesses? Okay. Yes, as soon as the church bell started ringing. You also mentioned McCready's pocket watch. Yes, he had a fancy pocket watch that chimed on the hour. Is that important for some reason? Okay, you said there were witnesses. Half a dozen of them watching from across the street or peeking through half-open shutters. Were they interviewed? Yes, and the stories lined up with what I just told you. Were any of them known associates of McCready? Not aware of any of them being actual friends with McCready, but he was a local and a lot of people knew him. Wait a minute, just where are you going with objection? Oh, come on! Any one of those people could have interceded on McCready's behalf. What? And done what exactly? Well, they could have shot Timothy with a more accurate weapon, like a rifle, or then there'd have been 2 gunshots instead of just 1. Or are you suggesting they shot him with a poison blowgun dart? Well, was he tested for poison? Get out. Okay. Okay. Name of the saloon, the two-headed horse. Weird. Did they have one? No, I think the proprietor was going for a sort of double entendre, but that doesn't really work. No, it really doesn't. Two-headed spider, maybe, but... Anyway, do you have other questions, or we can get on with this? I have another question. Tell me more about the argument. Not much to tell. The other players in the game had already folded their hands in that round, so they weren't paying very close attention. All we know is that Timsbury suddenly accused McCready of being a dirty, cheating varmint, and McCready said Timsbury was just sore because he'd been losing all night. Did McCready have a history of cheating? He'd been accused of it once or twice before, but Reno's a gambling town, and he hung out in the rough part of it. Getting accused of cheating by a sore loser when you're in a lucky streak is par for the course. But if McCready had a history of cheating, it would be irrelevant because the reason for the duel is immaterial to the legality of the duel itself. Motive isn't an issue here. But remember how I warned you about ticking me off with stupid digressions? This is an excellent example. Objection. This is extremely relevant. What the... This is extremely relevant. If McCready was a habitual cheater, it's likely he would have cheated in the duel as well. And somehow you're going to prove to me that McCready was a habitual poker cheat 17 years after the fact? How exactly do you intend to accomplish that, Miss Prosecutor? Even if you did somehow pull that off, it would be circumstantial evidence at best. You'd have to prove he cheated in the duel itself in front of witnesses. What form do you imagine this cheating took, pray tell? Mirrors? Okay. Okay. This house isn't on any map you've seen, and it's on a map you haven't seen well. That map isn't doing you any good. You could probably take that coach back to Dirtwater if you wanted. Go back to the coach. Oh, wait a minute. Pick the lock. Meat. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I don't remember exactly what I need to do at this point, which is totally fine. I do know we can go help some people, and then we're gonna wrap up here really shortly. Um, let's see. Let's actually go to the. No, second floor is fine. Stay here. Where was the guy who needed the special pants? It's not the library. It's not the gallery. It's not the restroom. Was he on the first floor? No. Maybe he's up on the third floor. Not the music room. Hmm. Oh, actually, let's try talking to him. Challenge him to a game. Try with you, the ghost racks up the balls. It's a close match. You have to consult the geometry book a few times just to work out all the angles. The game comes down to a fight for the 8-ball. You manage to barely squeak out the win when the ghost catches an unlucky bounce off the corner of a pocket. Well, shucks. Nice shooting, Tex. He flips you finger gun salute, winks, and fades into nothingness. Hooray! That was cool. Oh, what room? Maybe it is on the first floor. Not the kitchen. So I don't think it has anything to do with the kitchen. Oh, the pantry. Right, pants. Pantry. I still can't find any legless pants. Have you come across any? How about this skirt? Look, I understand that genderization of clothing maybe shouldn't be a thing, but I'm kind of old-fashioned. Or did I say skirt? I meant kilt. What's a kilt? It's kind of foreign legless pants. For men. Here, try it. The ghost tries on the kilt. Hey, that's really nice. Thanks a lot. With his pants problem solved, he dissipates into the ether. Good luck. Alright. What do you know, Flo? 6 ghosts left on the premises. 1 on the first floor, 2 on the second, 3 on the third. Oh, that's right. We found more science junk for her. Gun damage increase and medicinal gas. Nice. Okay, so I know we didn't explore the gardens at all. There's still more stuff to do. There's definitely a lot more to do. But yeah, we're definitely not finishing this tonight. Like, I was going to get offline like half an hour ago. So, let's see what we're going to do. I'm going to move you guys over to the end stream screen. We are going to be done for the night. Let's go find someone to raid. Who am I going to go raid? While I'm doing that, actually, for anybody who is interested, if you would like to come hang out with us in the Discord sometime in the future, if you'd like to listen in on some D&D games on either Saturday or pretty soon here, some Fridays of the month, you are more than welcome to come and join us. And when we do get ready to raid, there's a raid message, everyone. Now, let's see. Who is on? Ooh. Who is playing what? I don't have a lot of friends on tonight. I have a couple. I think we're gonna go raid Mage Twitch. I think they're playing World of Warcraft, and they've been really, really super nice. Like I've dropped into their channel a couple of times, said hello, had some back and forth. They seem really, really chill. I like them. They're doing some vaults for viewers, it looks like, right now. That's kind of nice of them. Let's start that raid up. All right, everyone. Well, thank you all so much for coming by and hanging out. This was really fun. I'm shocked by how many people showed up on a Monday night for a Mellow Monday stream, but I am super, super happy with that. I'm very happy to have all of you here, and I look forward to having you all more in the future in various streams. I don't know when else I'm going to be streaming this week. I know Saturday I'm supposed to be doing Stardew Valley with Gumi. Not Friday. I think Sunday. I don't think I'm doing a stream for once. We'll see what's going on, but you know, you guys will get my alerts in the future. But love you all. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate you all, and we're gonna go say hi to Mage. Give her lots and lots and lots of love for me. Okay. See you guys soon. Toodles.